What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me, as always, is little brother Jace. Bro Shot. How are we doing tonight?
Doing well, brother. Doing well. How's your week treating you so far?
It's been long, busy, and I'm like, oh man, there's not much time. There's only 5 more days until I end my obnoxious birthday countdown.
Enjoy it.
I am absolutely big 5-0. So looking forward to it. Celebrate good time. Come
Now
on.
I'm sorry, you got to do Ross playing Celebration with the bagpipes.
Oh, you're
Way
right.
better.
We need to fully lean into it.
Come on, y'all know the words.
Oh boy, yeah. So, but it's been a busy week, and I didn't get all my comic book reviews done. I'm not happy about that, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 12 came out this week. That book has been great. I haven't talked about it enough. You should grab the trade paperback, get the whole thing. It's been awesome. Jason Aaron, Juan Ferreira. I think I'm pronouncing his name right, but it's been really good. Check it out. Also, Space Ghost Volume 2, number 4 dropped. That has been another one that has been great. The first volume was awesome. This is issue 4 of volume 2, and no drop in quality. It's been very, very good. This is a major week over at DC. They've got a ton of stuff. Absolute Wonder Woman 13, Justice League, Superman, the tie-in titles to DC KO. They're both out this week. Green Arrow, a great book, which they're canceling, which is just making me Green Lantern, been really stellar.
How many times did they cancel the Green Arrow book?
Too often. It's one of those guys where I think readers don't give it a shot because DC canceled it. It's like the DC version of an NBC show. Oh, let's give it a shot. Nah, they're gonna cancel it, and then they do, so it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where it's I want to give it a shot, but oh no, they've canceled it. No need. And Green Arrow is a great character. He's one of those guys where they just leave it alone for a while. And I know it's economics. Why keep Green Arrow going when we can put out a 48th Batman title for the month? But it's unfortunate because the creative team has been working on Green Arrow, Chris Condon, Montos. They have really put together just a really great run of Green Arrow. He's been one of the characters since Rebirth started where they haven't had like, oh gosh, this creative team has been terrible. They've all been really good. And it's this thing like, man, I wish they just leave it alone because man, the character has been awesome. Whether it's Joshua Williamson or it's Chris Condon or oh man, I'm trying to remember the creative team when they started with Rebirth. Let me because it's been a minute and very, very like too many disappointments. Let me see. Rebirth number 1. Because Benjamin Percy, Juan Ferreira, and man, that title was so good. Otto Smith was on it too. It was great. And that was one where as long as they were running it, it was awesome. And I mean, some of these other books they've done have starts and stops. That one was always great.
What because when I actually, weirdly enough, when I got back into comic books, was really during the Jeff Johns run of DC. Basically, when he basically has to revitalize all of DC. And then when I really started picking up a lot more of the books was during Rebirth. And it seemed after, it's like, hey, we did exactly what we should have done. These comic books are too dark. You can't, they're much more for an adult collective versus something you can actually let your kid read. I mean, I remember a lot of times after reading comic books, I usually send them off to Operation Gratitude. And they were just like, hey, we don't really want all your kind of extra mature comics. And I'm like, that's what a lot of DC stuff was. It was like, a little violent. I think that's probably not what they wanted. And Rebirth seemed to be this, hey, we're getting back to something much more, funly inclusive. And then it was, no, we don't want that. Oh, we need darker. We need everything. And then I know a lot of the books was it Green Arrow, Mr. Terrific, things that they could have fun with and build on. It was like, no, we got to go back to the old. And like I said, it was this self-fulfilling prophecy. It's give these guys a 2-year run and see what happens. Or hey, ask them to pitch your 2-year run and go with that. I mean, what do you hear is the reason they cancel these books? Is it because of sales or just reasons?
My buddy Scott Snyder tweeted that it's because of sales. And, it's unfortunately just that bottom line that people aren't buying the titles. Where if they announce a new Batman title, I mean, anybody who's remotely interested in Batman, and he's got a huge fan base, of course. All right, I'll give this book a shot. And since there are 10 times as many Batman fans as there are Green Arrow, they can sustain as many books. But it's just, I wish there were enough of a market. That's why one of the main reasons why I'm still reviewing these comic books is I want to put a spotlight on the books that are good. I mean, Justice League, Batman, they don't need my help. Absolute Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, they don't need it. But I enjoy those books. So I also want to bring them in the mix. But I want people to read those titles like Space Ghost, which is just consistently good. There's so many books over at Image, Rook Exodus, all the Ghost Machine titles, Sisterhood, a High Street Story, great. Hornsby and Halo, the Rockefellers, Geiger.
What do you think breaks through? Is it? Because I don't know what the sales were for Walking Dead or Invincible, but they're a TV show. I mean, Walking Dead, it got. I don't know if it was because their sales were so good or they got the right backer. Somebody picked them like, hey, I'm putting this in front of this TV exec. It's really good. You should go. We can, and once you see what the opportunity is here, we can go from there and actually make some money. Versus, a Green Arrow book that's probably been good. It's just not getting that. Hey, put this in front of the DC exec. Like, no, let it go. And you guys spotlight it. You highlight it to these people and say, hey, this is a really good book. Like, I need you to elevate the book versus us just letting it go. It just being another title that drops.
I don't know. I don't know what the secret is. I don't know if anyone does it outside of let's just spam the characters that people like. Harley Quinn, Deadpool, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and X-Men, Wolverine, and hope for the best. And
I think that was.
Yes.
Am I
Hold on. I've been talking too long. I've been talking too long about this without greeting everyone here in the chat. Jalen Price, where is everybody? This was 100% on me. I've been running and I'm like, gosh, my time is running out. So Jace was ready. I was like, I've been drinking my water bottles and was like, you hear that call? That's nature. Go to the bathroom before a 2-hour show. So that was me.
Definitely can't do 2-hour show with that.
No. King Collector. Royalty is indeed here. The king is in the building. What's up, y'all? And I cannot let this pass, especially now with King Collector. Rest in peace, Sir Mo. He's, gosh, of all the WWF stars from the New Generation era, he was, Men on a Mission should not have worked. I don't know if they did work, but I enjoyed them for what they were and their garish outfits and their happy-go-lucky nature. And then when they turned heel, it just decided, Mo, you're not wrestling anymore. You're just Sir Mo. You're going to read poorly from the scroll. That was awesome. One of my favorite moments of wrestling ever. Hear ye. Awesome. Yeah. And I still want Mattel to do Men on a Mission figures. Both of them. I know we got Mabel and all his various incarnations. I need a Sir Mo. Yeah. And he died Monday, Tuesday. But really, Sir Mo did his thing and Men on a Mission, whatever. But I thought they were core members of the New Generation and they were fun to me and I dug them. So I want to shout out Sir Mo, his family, his friends. Rest in peace to a legend for the New Generation.
Yeah, I don't think King Neighbor works without Surma.
Probably not, but I just a fan of those guys. Let's see. Well, speaking of things that don't work without another guy, what up, Chief? How you doing?
What up? What's going on? What's good?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Got the orange crush rocking
Hey,
today.
Jay.
Just in tribute to the Broncos.
How you doing, Jace?
I'm good, man.
I will share that with you very soon, chat. What up, Michael Solis? Here we go. Blades Harbleed, what's going on? Hey, Jeff, Jace, and Chief. What's up, Lyles Movie Files crew? What up?
Lizzie, what up, though?
King Elector, I am indeed. I'm talking about the Space Ghost trade, and I'm also talking about the Space Ghost comic series. It's put out by Dynamite Entertainment, and it is so good. It's Space Ghost has never been a character. I'm like, oh man, Space Ghost is my dude. He's fine. Didn't really have much interest. Didn't know the lore, the character, the villains, the supporting characters. Watched the cartoon, but I don't have it memorized to any. Oh, this in this episode, such and such happens. But the comic book has made me a diehard Space Ghost fan. It's one of my favorite books every month, and it's been that way for over a year. It's been so good, just consistently good. And unlike so many comic books on the market now, where they stretch one story for 5 or 7 issues, so many of the Space Ghost issues are like one and done. It's like, oh, here's a start, here's a full story, move on to the next villain. And it never feels rushed. It's like, that's really all you needed? Wow, that was a good story. That's how Marvel and DC used to do back in the day, and somehow they've gotten away from it. David P. Post, the writer, Jonathan Lau, the artist, do amazing stuff. Andrew Dahlhaus, colors, Taylor Esposito, the letter. Great creative team. They've been doing their thing for years, so check it out. Really good.
The fact that you actually rattled that out all without actually referencing, very impressive.
Yeah. Well, I just wrote the review, so
Yeah.
but I'll take it. Thank you. What up, David Thanos? How you doing?
What up, though?
David Thanos, listen to Jeff on a night toy hunt. Hope you find something good, man. Oh man, been on a mission. We're legit. Right. I mean, they were, I don't know, just something different about them compared to every other tag team in that stage of the WWF. And Mabel has surprising agility for his size, and they were doing spin kicks, and it was like, what the heck?
Leapfrogs. It was like, good
Yeah,
gosh.
man. I dug those guys. Jalen, the Walking Dead comic was a hit from Jump.
Okay.
I believe it. I did not even start I think what happened with me was black and white. Ugh, no, thank you. So I didn't get into Walking Dead until the show, but I have since gone back and went to read the comic. It's very good. And now they have the comic out deluxe format, which is just meaning they colored it. David Thanos, man, the Broncos Giants game was something.
It was something, all right.
I was like, Chief, I'm be nice. Hey, it's just a game, regular season.
Listen, man. I don't know what happened with that fourth quarter, man. It was like, I don't know. They Giants was, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, it was like Jesus came down and took over Bo Nix. All of a sudden, he was making throws that he wasn't making in the fourth quarter. Balls were bouncing into the hands of receivers, and the Giants were in prevent defense. I'm like, why don't you just keep your right? Why don't you just keep your foot on the neck of these dudes? I don't understand that. I don't like. Have you ever been in a fight? You're winning a fight, and like the dude is he's about to drop, and then you're like, nah, I ain't gonna hit him again. Hold up.
No, you just start pushing him away. You don't actually hit him. You're
right.
Like, oh, stop.
You got it, champ. Oh, you get me. You get me. I ain't gonna do nothing though. Whoa, they stinging. Like, that's what they did. The Giants basically was like, we're gonna beat them, but let's just cover up and take some punches. And that's what they did. The last fourth quarter, man. We were rushing, getting to them, rattling them, and then we started rushing 3 against 6. What did what? Like the dude has time in the pocket. Our corners are garbage. Like, I believe I could catch something on our corners, and I probably run a 5.8
with
but
no
I-
agility.
Right. I don't think that.
Like I got it. I'm
Agility
going
is
for a
fixed.
slant. That's all I got.
You know, it's not even next, man. We have beaten the Broncos. The Giants lost that. The Giants lost that, man. First of all, we should have just ran the ball, forced them to lose their timeouts. I don't even know why Dart would throw it. There's no need to throw it for the interception.
In today's NFL, you throw when you should actually because this is and I'm going to go reference the 49ers game a couple years ago, Detroit, where Detroit could have run the ball, forced the Niners to use a timeout, but no, you go for it and we're going to put our foot on their neck. Oh, it'll be perfect, and bad things happen.
The Seattle
That's
Super
today's
Bowl
NFL.
showed you what happens when you don't run the ball. Just run the ball, man.
Yeah.
Force them to use their last time out. Then kick it to him. Go after the quarterback. Have him frazzled. And then have the clock just tick away, man. I mean, at some point, it just becomes clock management. And the Giants, for whatever reason, don't want to learn clock management. It's like, yeah, you want to learn how to manage the clock? Huh, that's not for us. That's not for us. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this thing. We're gonna keep them close, keep them in the game. It is what it is, man. Let me tell you. What do you think? Dable should be fired, or Dable should continue with his job? I think that the kicker, a Giants kicker, and the Giants defensive coordinator should have walked home together. And what I think they should have done is instead of tape, I think they should have handcuffed them to the same hand. So one had to walk backwards for a while and then switch with the other one so he could walk backwards for a while. And until they got back to New York, where there were bamboo sticks waiting, just like in Singapore. So, but
Pay your bills, Tommy Cairo.
it is what it is, man.
Dude,
You know, we
I'm
played the
gonna
Eagles this
I'm gonna
week.
watch some of that.
Pay your bills.
I'm not very happy with him right now myself, Denos.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have got it. I shouldn't have posted this comment. What was the cause of Sir Mo's death? Pneumonia. I had an infection. Sir Mo had a kidney transplant because I was looking at one of the older, he was still wrestling, but it was an older photo, and I noticed that familiar scar along his stomach. I was like, "Oh, do you have a liver transplant too?" He had a kidney transplant. So, but apparently it was a infection due to pneumonia. So that's what happened.
That's what killed the old girl last week, wasn't it? Pneumonia.
Yeah.
Huh?
Diane Keaton, that's what it
Yeah,
killed.
Diane Keaton
Shit,
died of
her fault.
pneumonia.
Yeah, yeah. People, I don't know if people take pneumonia seriously as they should, because it gets you when you least expect it. All right, let's see, where do I want to go? There's a rack of stuff that's going on right now. Let's talk about what we did Saturday collectively.
All right.
We locked doors and we met up with Chief because the other two, the fellas hadn't watched Ballerina, and I was determined that could go on no longer in the year of our Lord 2025 because it's one of my favorite movies. It has been, I mean, we're almost done with October, and I know they like to backload a bunch of great movies at the end of the year, but I don't think it's going to get out of my top 10. I really enjoyed it. So I was like, all right, you know how like we're excited about a movie and you're like, y'all are going to love it. It's great. And then they're like, this movie sucks. And you're like, oops, sorry. So I was like, I was watching the movie and I think it came out in February, March, maybe. I was like, man, I don't even need to gas them up because this movie is hyping me up. I hadn't seen it in months. I was getting hyped rewatching it. So what did you all think about Ballerina after I say what's up to Maurice. What's going on? Good times.
Maurice, what up?
All right, what y'all think?
Chase?
Oh, okay. That movie's awesome. I mean, it very much deserved its place in the John Woo world. I mean, sorry, John Wick world. Woo. I really, really enjoyed it. Action was good, and it's always a critique of female action heroes is they're invincible, nobody can stop them. They dissuade you of that idea in the first 5 minutes. It's no, this is a person that's to learn this whole different fighting style than what you're used to, and John Wick, and seeing that how she develops is really cool. And man, there's some really cool action scenes in there. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. I remember hearing about some of them, but seeing them on screen was just like awesome. Like, yes, bring more of that. And they said, no, we got you. Don't worry. Like, we got you. Like, we know what we're doing. And I mean, I can't wait. I mean, I don't know if it's already out on Blu-ray or 4K, but I'm picking that up. I know the back half of 2025, I'm picking up at least 4 or 5 movies that I really want to see again. I mean, Mission Impossible and Superman, Fantastic Four, but this is definitely one that is getting picked up as soon as Black Friday ends. That thing's awesome.
Chief, what you think?
You said it again? You asked me what I thought?
Yeah.
It was well worth it. Well worth the so I fell asleep the first time I ever watched it. And I don't know what the hell. I don't know. Maybe I fell asleep on the previews. I don't know what I did. Because when I started watching the movie, I was like, that's not the movie I fell asleep on. So I don't know. And I don't know if I was watching the ballerina Sweden. I'm not sure. So we come over, we're watching the first 10 minutes of the movie. Like, you know, all right, you got me. You know what I mean? So then just watching it progress, there was some you know, and it's cool the Wick parts. They brought in Wick. He wasn't really in the movie, but he was in the movie. She got whooped a lot. You know what I mean? It wasn't one of those things. It wasn't like a Catwoman where she was in there just defeating everybody at 100 pounds. You know, she was a fighter, but she wasn't, you know, she had her own unique style, man, but she was getting punished in between. The gunplay was excellent. The you had no idea what was coming. You know, she drives out to this place and, you know, you're like, wow, what's about to happen? And I had no idea the place was going to be the way it was. And I was just like, oh. So it just kept you, the whole movie just kept you locked in. You know, storyline, action, you know, gunplay. It was just real good, man. All the way to the end, man. So I'm looking forward to part 2 if there is one.
What would you say is what was your favorite part of the movie? Because I say it was a payoff at the end. I thought they tied up everything very well.
You know, man, I really enjoyed The Secret of the Town. Like I didn't see that coming. You know what I mean? And then when you found out what the town was, I was like, oh, because when she went into the restaurant and the people started leaving, and he was like, oh, they don't want no part of that.
Yep.
So that, you're right. And so when that thing kicked off, you know, I was like, oh, because that's when you come to the realization of everything. And you're like, oh. And I think that was my favorite part of the movie, realizing that level of fight that was about to take place. I said, "Oh man!" So that that was my favorite part. They were like, "Let's get out of here." I was like, "All right, yeah, makes sense." Then I was like, "Oh!" So I think that was that restaurant scene.
Yeah, I think. Let me see. What up, Rick Cage? How are you?
Cage Esquire.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Peace and blessing. In beer.
Ooh,
Ryan Daly, what's up, guys? Have you announced the Nosferatu watch party?
That's right after the Steamboat Rick Mickey. Right.
Yeah, I think that's the one we'd actually travel to She's house saying, "Hey, we're here for the Nosferatu watch party." They'd be like, "I'm not here." We see you in the window. I'm not here.
I bet Chief will lock the door on you. So my favorite part of the movie was rewatching it was just how much it felt like a John Wick video game where you know like how you play those beat 'em ups back in the day where here's something that broke. I'll use this as an object to fight. And it was really fun how creative the use of weapons were in this. It really felt like a melee, like I'll grab this light and I'll use this as an offensive weapon. And it was just fun. Like, oh man, she's using that. It's crazy. And also, it made me think how ridiculous it is that we have not had like a series of great Resident Evil movies where, you know, because this one of the main locations in the movie is basically where the Resident Evil filmmaking crew should be like, yo, where did you go? We want to shoot Resident Evil 4 at this location because it's right there. I feel like they didn't even have to do any work to just make Resident Evil 4 out of this location. And Resident Evils don't have to really be that much. They don't have to be that involved. It's zombies running around and
Grit Town being used for experiments.
Yeah, I thought the Alice movies, you know, were mostly good. I feel like they could make great ones without having to work that hard. And I just, sheesh. Yeah, it was really, really weird. David Thanos wants to know how many dang goods out of 5.
I'll give it 4.3, 4.4 damn decent. It was really damn decent. And I recommend if you haven't seen it yet, run down to your local VHS proprietor and rent it, man.
VHS
proprietor. Or just press button on your TV.
So
hey Grandpa, what's the VHS?
Blockbuster, or what's the yellow and red joint?
Earl's. Run down to your Blockbusters or your Earl's and rent it up, man. And listen, get it before Friday night. It'll be sold out there. Okay. Can you? I mean, after watching that movie, I don't understand how no video game director has said, "Hey, can we pitch you a VR world of John Wick?"
There's no need to even play a video game because it's that great.
Yes, they can.
Just watching that and it plays so much as a video game, and it's just, hey, you can go in this town and these cool locations. Because one of the things I really liked about the whole John Wick world is you feel like you're in current day world. But there's in this secret world that you thankfully do not know anything. You don't know how to get into Continental. You see this cool location. You're not allowed to it. There's this cool bar that just everybody in the know knows, but you're just not allowed in the front door. I'm thinking you can make a video game of this and just make stupid money. I don't get it.
I mean, they got all the what's the Splinter Cells and the Battlefields. They could easily make a John Wick.
It seems like it'd be pretty easy. I can tell you, I'm not putting I Know What You Did Last Summer in my Black Friday cart, which I was just doing just now.
Oh.
Whew,
Mm.
terrible movie.
Now you put it in there so you get frisbee it.
Let me add Superman in there while we're talking. All right, so there we go. All right, good deal. Because I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. I need to start loading it up. Let's see. Or he says, oh, Jeffrey, you purposely not counting the last four. I mean, fair. I don't disagree. We're talking about Resident Evil. So let me pull out my list of Resident Evil movies. I'm pretty confident that films that I like more of them than I dislike them, which seems really they're all right here. It's just
Do you really?
Okay, so let's go. I hated the final chapter. It is one of the worst movies I've ever watched. It was
Hey, they're all dead off camera.
Well, I mean, it's I hated it for numerous reasons, not the least of hey, that big cliffhanger we set up at the end of Retribution, don't even worry about it. We'll just tell you about it after the fact. That sucked. Let's see. I did like Retribution and I liked Afterlife. So I'm trying to I think Afterlife was a shaky.
Afterlife was a 3D one. Star Power, chicks.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, no, I so that's weird. I like way more than I thought. I think Extinction is the shaky one where it's like, we're in the desert. Not my favorite. I like the first one.
What is that?
Yeah, that's the Mike Evans, Ashanti, Super Allison.
Yeah, it's too much Super Allison that one for me. I like the first one. Apocalypse. It was solid. I liked that they were trying to incorporate parts to it. We had Nemesis in there. So I like the first two. And then Afterlife and Retribution, I really like because they really took advantage of the 3D and I like the cast in it. Yeah. But so if I were to final chapter is just far and away the worst. And Extinction, I don't hate it, but that's one I could skip and be fine. So yeah, actually like 4 of the 6. It's weird.
I think it's because final chapter is so disappointing. And the first I think it's maybe the first 5 minutes, you come in and it's just like, what? No, we got to a really cool Resident Evil style in the series, and you just say, no, we're not doing it. Like, then
right,
you done it.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a great setup for your last movie, and they're like, nope, not even thinking about that. Let's go cheaper, and it felt cheaper, and nothing they did in the rest of the movie could recover from that disappointment of we had something cool, but now we're gonna do something else, which is like what you've already seen, and it's like, all right, thanks.
And then you get there. Oh, remember all the things you've watched in those other 5 movies? It was a lie. Ha ha ha. It was your twist is not twisting where you think it's gonna hit. It's not hidden. It's ha ha, that's the thing. Really?
My favorite part of what you just said is I don't even remember the twist. That's great. And I don't need it.
You are so fortunate.
I am. I took the pen and it flashed just right that time. King Letter, you need a time machine. Chief was making me really feel nostalgic for those moments. The Blockbuster was within walking distance, and I mean a long walk. It wasn't like, and it was on a treacherous road, so you should not walk to our Blockbuster when we were little. But there was that thrill of getting a Blockbuster, let's say 6:30, 7:30 on a Friday night. They're already here in the early new arrival. Well, you didn't even go that far. You would look to see what tapes had been returned in the return section. Is it here? Didn't you go to the back wall to see if it was there? And of course, we were getting our games there as well. So it was like, oh no, let me check here. And then look, there's one box still behind the actual case. And there was something a little bit rewarding about getting that on a Friday night. That yes, it's still here. Or I got to get there early. No, they're gone. And then stalking the store over the next 2 days, or at least Saturday. Now, I guess you could do it for 3 days back then. Or now the hot new ones were 2 days, and then the rest of 3 days. So yeah, that was, gosh.
Yeah, that was a long walk. I was trying to remember exactly where the Blockbuster was. And
there were 2.
Wait, I remember the one I used to go to. Yeah.
Mitchellville Plaza.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't walk there. That wasn't a safe walk.
We've walked there. I've walked there.
For Chief, that would have been a long walk.
Why are you saying that? It was
I
close.
mean,
to
that's to go from the farm all the way up there. I mean, that was woo.
That's what I'm saying. He knows.
There, Thanos
He
going to
knows.
Redbox right now to rent it.
You know, I just got a DeLorean the other day.
Does it work?
No, I got to do some fiction out of it. It's great. Though.
Yeah.
Right.
Mention your expensive tractor that we saw at the farm. Boy, we're clearly paying Chief too well on this show.
Well,
man.
You guys wanted to see where the money went. I told you I put it right back into the farm.
Yeah. Right. Blake, was it like the town of Springfield and G.I. Joe? Haven't seen Ballerina yet. I would highly recommend checking out Ballerina, and I don't want to spoil anything for you. But man, yeah, well, I will refer to your question soon. Let me star that so I can make sure I don't forget. Rockstar could do that. King later, that first Resident Evil really caught me off guard. I had no idea it was going to be that good. I rented it. Didn't know the box release. Yeah, it's I think it's probably the best video game adaptation where they didn't care about adapting the video game. It was like those characters that you want to see, we're not having a one of them, except for Albert Wesker. The rest of them, you're not even gonna know if you care and like them at all. And
no, the first one didn't have Albert.
Didn't he show up in the back in the post credit?
I don't think there was a post credit.
Oh wow. Well, then
I mean, it was really just we understand it was weird because they understood the concept of Resident Evil. We don't have to have name brand characters. We just it's not a place that's is not what it appears to be. There's zombies, T-viruses. Go.
I need to see where that is. Maybe we could do a watch along to that one.
Oh.
Nemesis Enforcer. That's Cobra Commander.
I would say Netflix, but Netflix is weird. Netflix will have Resident Evil 3, but not have Resident Evil 1. It's kind of weird.
Let's see. Streaming. Such a pain. Such a pain. I don't know why this bothers me so much. Amazon Prime, you can watch it if you got Prime. Gosh, this
makes no sense. If I bet you if you were to go look in January, it'll be back on Netflix. Netflix, they switch it up way too much for me.
Blake, so the thing was getting to that Blockbuster, there was no sidewalk, and I'm probably thinking about it from the sense of a grown man walking down to that Blockbuster with crazy people driving like they are now. There wasn't probably that much car traffic back then when we could walk to it, but man, now I'm like, there is no way. Yeah. Absolutely no way.
Me, because I had a bus. One of the folks I was on a bus with, they actually got dropped off maybe half a mile away, so I could just walk down and then just walk the rest of the way home, loop it up.
Yes, Michael Solis. I miss Blockbuster too. It was a movie museum. I appreciated being able to rent video games and see if I liked something enough to buy. That was great.
I remember how you had to have a rewinder. And they tricked everybody into buying a rewinder for your VHS tape. So after you finish watching it, you would eject it, stick it into the rewinder, put it in the box, take it on back in.
Spent so much time in Blockbuster. It was sad when the doors closed for good. Exactly, King Collector. Maurice, we had a crap ton of video clubs back in the day. Nothing like a chain except for one or two that might have had a couple branches. That's how Errol's was. And it was really fun going there because they had a bunch of stuff. That's where I was like, oh, they've got wrestling here. Cool. Let's check this out. Yeah, and back then it was like way after the event where it's like WrestleMania 3 and WrestleMania 4 was about to start.
It took forever for stuff to come on tape. I mean, that's why it's all when we talk about a 90-day window to get from there to say, why? Like, if you actually make us if you knew you couldn't instantaneously watch the thing, they're gonna change their habits. If you give it to them in 90 days, I can wait you out. But if I know, hey, it's not gonna be released for 6 months, I will go to the theater and watch the Ballerina because I know, I'm not gonna see it if I don't do it. Like, it's stupid.
It's very much so.
It was like almost 2 years before a tape would come out on before a movie would come out on VHS. Like if you missed it in the theaters, bro, you missed it. Like that was it. Like, oh damn, I didn't get to see it. Is it out? You know, it'd be that one theater showing it like 9 o'clock in the morning, 100 miles from where you was, that you knew you wasn't going to go see after you looked in the paper to see it. You remember the times you was calling the paper? You had to go and look in the paper for the times.
What's the paper?
As we got older, you could call a little movie hotline.
Oh,
Which
gosh.
movie do you want to see? Press 1 for The Wild Rabbit, 2 for Mr. Jones, 3 for Bobby Goes to Hollywood, 4, and then you press the joint. The times are
curious about these movies that you're watching, by the way.
Mr. Jones Goes to Hollywood. I know what Mr. Jones is doing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Sounds like a different movie.
Yeah, man. Those are the good times, man.
I bet. King Collector, Hollywood Videos. Man, I loved Hollywood Videos.
Woo.
So the one that we had, no, I guess there were two, but one that I would go to a lot was right across the street from a Blockbuster. So it was awesome because it was, all right, what y'all got? And they had different stuff than Blockbuster, which made them useful. Because if they just had the same selection as Blockbuster, I'm like, why do I need to go to y'all for? But man, Hollywood Video had stuff. I was like, I can't believe they have this.
Yeah. Was that when you were in school?
That was over at Greenbelt.
Oh, okay.
Bella Plaza. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Jamlin is correct. I'm not going to act like I didn't spend plenty of time in and enjoy Blockbuster, but honestly, they had it coming. It's a shame what they did to the neighborhood mom and pop video store and charging you late fees, even when you brought the stuff on time. Oh, we don't have a record of it. Really?
Oh, they were big shady. I mean, and it was, for some weird reason, we never thought to keep the receipt where we could always just, here's the receipt of when I purchased it. Well, it's 5 minutes short. Our records say, yeah, you bought it Thursday. Come on, man.
They were lame. I'm with you. I don't shed a tear for their loss. Some are more notorious than others for re-recording over older tapes. Led to some interesting extras popping up sometimes. Once the movie was finished and you let the tapes to run. I had that experience too with a wrestling tape. King Collector, Hollywood Videos. They had old kung fu movies. That was a video store. It had a whole. It did. They had like, it was fun. Those are stores that I wish were just still around so you'd have that experience. And it's like people go, oh, maybe cutting the cord was a bad idea. But I feel like missing out on the video stores was really one of those things where if we could go back to, I think things would be a lot better, just because I feel like people took more of an investment in movies, being able to go to a video store to watch it. And I was like, whatever. I don't care. If you see it, no, I don't care either. And it's not on my streaming platform. I am so good.
Yeah, man. That's that. When everybody was outside at one point.
They outside.
You know what I mean? Because Friday night used to be packed, bro. You try to pull into any little mall, little outside mall, it'd be packed on Friday night. Everybody was out.
I mean, you mentioned go to the just think of how Beltway Plaza had Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, and a movie theater.
And an arcade.
And, arcade. Yeah. And a GameStop at that point. It was, you want to find a parking lot?
Y'all remember Food and Games in Kettering by the Pizza Hut? Food and Games? It was a little arcade joint we used to go to.
Oh, I didn't go there.
It was right. So you remember the Pizza Hut in Kettering?
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Well, there used to be a little video arcade there, Food and Games. And you could go in there and they had, Street Fighter and all those things in there, man. Oh, man. It used to be some good times.
It's funny. I always remember the arcade that was in Marlow Heights. I mean, that was just, you got it wasn't Heckingers. But it was right around the corner and you just walk. And think of how the idea and concept of, hey, mom's shopping. I'm going to walk out of the store and go to the video arcade. If you told the concept of that to a adult now, you mean little Johnny's not right beside me? Someone's going to snatch him. Like, man, I'm gone. I'll see you later.
Did you say Marlow Heights?
Yeah.
Oh, nah. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving I'm not going to Marlow Heights.
Yeah, but you think about it. Because that's before we moved over. Over there by your farm. we actually lived over there, so it was that was our
that's normal for
neighborhood
y'all.
malls.
That was normal
So
for y'all.
That mall was not nearly
not
as
scary at
shady
all.
as it's become. It was, yeah. It was Garfinkel's that was over there.
Yeah.
And Hex. And those were a little bit too higher price for people of ill repute to hang out. And you had to go down the steps to go around the corner. I mean, this arcade, not a video arcade. I don't know what Jason's going to. The arcade, you just go in and play your games. And it was fun. It was just like whatever.
Okay, but I'm like the Marlow Heights I know.
No, it was.
I wouldn't
different.
recommend it now, but back then
There was nothing over there. There's the movie theater, and that's it.
Nothing around anything.
And probably a Shoppers or a Giant.
Now, Beltway Plaza, I don't know if they still do. They had an outside arcade now, like a building where you could go in but it might be a GameStop now. I don't know.
I think you're talking about which GameStop.
But they used to have an outside arcade, like a big, huge, its own little, and then they had one inside the mall, like when we were real young.
Yes.
And then they moved it outside.
And that is a GameStop now.
And because I always used to stop by the little hot dog spot. And they used to have right before you got to the movie theaters, they had the oh my God, get the relish with the red colored relish or sauerkraut or whatever that was, man. And then you had Three Brothers down the way. Man, that used to be a great mall, man, for what it was worth. Now you walk in and it's Jimbo's, Howard Penner Man of Fashion. Come on in, man. You look great in one of these $30 suits. You're like, maybe I would look good in a $30 suit. Does the hat come with it? The hat does come with it.
For you, my brother, it does.
Right. It's your $30 suit. You know what I mean? And your
Shiny
Gators.
suit, man.
Well, I can't really call them Gators. Yeah. Wallpaper Gators.
I need to go to Portland to see Movie Madness. 90,000 movies and real memorabilia and costumes for movies. It's not going anywhere because it's owned by the 95-year-old theater there at Landmark Status. Yo, I really do want to see this. Movie props too. Scary Party. Roll bells. What up, Snake Eyes? Never apologize for being late. We're glad to see you.
We always appreciate everybody coming.
When did we meet? Grade school? High school. Chief was a loudmouth Giant fan back then. Wait. He was a loudmouth Giant fan. There we go. In the back of the bus.
I was scared. I was just a scared high schooler, man. Trying not to be picked on, trying not to be taken advantage, man.
Just lock your door.
One day I was running home from school, and these dudes were chasing me. They were going to beat me bad that day. And up ahead, at the top of the hill, man, I was like, "What is that?" And it looked like a cape. And sure enough, as I got to the top of the hill, there was Jeff in a big red outfit with a J on his chest. And he said, "Go, run into my house." And then I heard him say, "You fellas, you should go no further. I'm Jeff."
You shall not
lame. What a lame secret identity. I'm Jeff.
God, that's what I heard.
Tell the story right.
I was looking out the window. I was like, "Oh." And then I saw you flapped your cape open and they ran. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be friends with this dude." And that's how it happened.
You're welcome.
Wait a minute. Blake, what's the name of the...
Yeah, even that would have been better.
What's the name of the video place?
Movie Madness. They have a
movie
okay.
Madness. All right, I'm looking at... me and my wife went to Portland, and I was trying to see if we went there. Wait, no, that's where the graphic novels are.
You made it back from the dangerous city of Portland?
I mean, it's a war zone up there. All those used bookstores over there. All treacherous.
Well, that's what's up, man. So did you enjoy it?
Portland, whatever your size is, if you're not careful, you will gain 20 pounds eating food.
What's the food? What are you eating?
Everything. I mean, food. If they have, I mean, it got a Portland. I mean, a donut scene, pizza, burgers. If you want all that stuff you weren't supposed to be eating, yeah.
Quick off the top of your head, your top 3 best food states.
Food. I'm gonna go with Chicago because you get pizza. I mean, you get Giordano's pizza and some really good steak places. Portland, yeah, Portland. I mean, Oregon was good, and I'm gonna say California. I'm gonna say LA.
Super Jeff.
I'm not quite sure how to respond to that. Yep, food is incredible. Food trucks too.
Yeah.
I go every summer. Nice.
Yeah.
That moment, Little Chief thought to himself, "This nerd is all right. If he's brave enough to wear that outside, he must be tough." Hanging with them.
Exactly.
Michael Solis, I heard Portland doesn't like seasoning.
Hold on, man. You don't know how to respond to your top 3 food states?
I'm not the most adventurous when it comes to exploring. I would go Vegas because I like the buffet. Let's see. Florida and Maryland.
Okay.
I would not recommend the Utah scene.
They too don't like seasoning.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. So New York, Chicago, New Orleans.
No, it's not New Orleans. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Man.
New York definitely. I mean, because what is it? You go to was it Joe's Pizza right in Times Square? Oh man, that's some good pizza.
Man,
I will say I got a very good cheesesteak when I went to King of Prussia, and that was not even some renowned spot in Philly. But I still think about that cheesesteak, and that was
you went to the
years
mall.
ago. Yeah.
Because I spent when I was out there farm training, I spent 2 weeks in the King of Prussia. Well, what was it? Norwood. It was like right next to King of Prussia, something. And so yeah, I spent 2 weeks out there, King of Prussia, man. I didn't eat no cheesesteak. I usually go to gyms off of in South Street in Philly. I used to go to Ishka
the rest of your days?
Huh?
Where you spent the rest of your days?
Well, before, a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood.
My guy.
So, yeah. But I used to go to Ishka Bibbles, but I stopped going to Ishka Bibbles, started going to gyms. Yeah, man. He still has the costume. So, one night when you're sitting out there, you may see him just fly by, man. So,
did you hit that up when you were in Chicago, Jace?
Where is that? Because I'm trying to think. Because last couple times I've been there, I've been Wrigleyville, downtown, and I haven't been Southside in
let me tell
years.
you what I love about Chicago, man.
Waterfront. I mean, honestly, like RPM.
White Castles, bro.
Sign me up.
White Castles everywhere. I am like
that's when you that would be your determination. Go to Chicago for White Castle.
Let me tell you, man. So yeah, I mean, well, so we usually fly into Midway, and right outside Midway is like a Giordano's deep dish. So we always eat there, and then we go to what's the joint? Starts with a P. Damn it, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But we always go there. And then they have. It's funny because as soon as we get off the chat tonight, all the names of these restaurants will just flow into my head. Yeah, I'll be like, oh, and y'all will be like, we don't care. But yeah, man. So Chicago's always got some good food, man. They just, and matter of fact, I'm going there in November, so I will be eating again the good food of Chicago. But if you're ever in New York, man,
that place is good too. There's
this place called Tao, T-A-O. Go to the downtown location, man. Food is.
Except we didn't go to Tao for food, did we?
That food is beyond great. You know, had some good food too, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Houston.
Planet Houston.
Planet Houston. I'm with you, man. I ain't gonna pass up the obvious.
I feel
Okay,
like your
low
spell
key.
check. I feel
I'm
like
like,
your
Yeah, I'm
spell
like-
check has seen you write Loki one time too many. You don't mean Loki, you mean Loki. Love it.
like,
Love when
man,
spell check get stuff right when I'm trying to correct it. No, I mean Thor, not Thursday. And it is like clearly you mean Thor every time now.
yeah, I've never had Chicago Mexican.
oh gosh.
All right,
Yeah.
y'all are making me hungry. And
Yeah, that's the purpose, man. We want you to eat,
I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
so is this NFL commercial? We're
Mhm.
using it to make
Right.
you hungry.
so you can fly and
Yeah.
save lives later on. You need your strength.
I do, and it's very important, but way to completely ruin the secret identity to the millions watching this show.
Yeah, it was 8 people on, but we appreciate all 8.
Mm.
I'm
We do it for
loving
y'all. We do it all for all 8 of y'all.
All right, let's get into some of the news for the week. Tron Ares not doing great at the box office. I know that's shocking considering how much everyone has loved this film. It's now looking like it's going to be one of the biggest box office flops ever.
Oh, no.
The budget was 220 million.
Oh, I thought it was 180.
Yeah, I wish it was just have done a 180. No, 220 million. And worldwide is looking like it might, maybe, hopefully make 160 million. And so it may end up losing 133 million dollars.
Okay, Jeff, you saw that movie, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Where was the budget spent on that movie?
Jared Leto's shampoo.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's really hard to watch that and go, yeah. And I think if you had asked me that question before I rewatched Tron Legacy, I might have had a little bit more. But man, the difference in Tron Legacy and their visuals versus what we got with Ares is just so lacking. It's crazy. And there's some folks over who are going, those close to the project believe that ultimately Tron Ares was an advertisement for the Disney theme park rides. And I'm curious why people will go like, oh man, this was awesome. I can't wait to go on a ride with this. Because it wasn't a big movie.
This is a weird thing. Tron Legacy, because they spent so much more time in the grid and using the light cycles and just using the things that seem fun. And Ares, they did 1 or 2 motorcycle scenes, and it was just kind of, this is the best y'all got. I mean, but if you use it as a Disney advertisement, I think it is probably, no, it still isn't as good as Legacy, because Legacy is just better.
I mean, could you imagine like spending $1 on this movie in the hopes of making people come to Disneyland, Disney World to ride Tron Ares? No shot. I mean, if they happen to be there and there's no line, sure. But there's nothing with that movie that would make me go, I am flying to Florida. Maybe I'll hang out with Blake and hang out with David Thanos. But I'm not going there just because I watched Tron Ares. That is insanity. I mean, I wanted to have a survey. Did you see Tron Ares and this is why you came? No. If so, I'll just keep going. No. King Collector. I haven't heard anybody liking that new Tron movie. Did it make any money? Anything it made, it shouldn't have.
One of the guys I went to Howard with, he actually said he really enjoyed it. He's like, I hope they don't take another 15 years to make a sequel.
Is there somebody on this show?
No. I have not made sure he gets to the podcast, but it was very much. Because I don't. You never want to crap on somebody's like, why did you think? It was like, I don't got 15 hours to debate you on social media. It was just, you liked it, cool. Like, I don't think it's probably going to get a sequel based on that box office return, but if you enjoyed, cool. I don't see a sequel in the future.
No. So there's some rumors that Netflix is going to be developing a new series, probably live action, based on the Ghost Who Walks. Any interest in watching a Phantom TV series on Netflix?
Okay, you say, see, you helped yourself out when you said Netflix. Because if you said Amazon, I'm not even gonna waste my time anymore. Amazon is the new NBC. Oh, we got a first season. Don't care. Call me in season 3. I'm not wasting my time on any more Amazon projects. I'm still waiting there, since I didn't even finish Countdown before they said, "Yeah, we're not gonna renew it." Hey, thanks, jerks. But when as long as it's not directed by the same guys who made Resident Evil, I may give it a shot. If it has one person connected to Resident Evil, I'm not touching that thing.
I feel like a Phantom show should be fairly easy to do, provided they don't go too wild with let's make it more modern for audiences to enjoy. I feel like there's some stuff it's okay to just do what worked. Stick to the time period that worked for it back in the day and just make it look cool.
But
Because
don't you think we should jazz up the costume, make it
no,
be a futuristic 2025? I mean, because Phantom 25 is a cartoon really worked.
yeah, no, not here for that either. Thanks though. I appreciate the thoughts and well wishes to that. Speaking of thoughts and well wishes, Disney has gotten in headlines, and I'm absolutely not among. And there are a lot of people on my feed who've been like, "Oh man, this is terrible." I'm like, maybe they did the right thing on this one. So Disney apparently turned down a Ben Solo Star Wars movie Adam Driver pitched with Steven Soderbergh, and it was going to be set after The Last Jedi, and Driver's like, "Oh, I was always interested in doing another Star Wars film." And he was like, "This would be so great. I can't wait to do this." And it was going to be called The Hunt for Ben Solo. And they didn't want it. So they presented the script to Lucasfilm. They love the idea, said Adam Driver. They totally understood our angle and why we're doing it. They took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive. And that was it. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. Soderbergh said in a statement to the AP, "I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I'm just sorry the fans won't get to see it." Yes, I am very sorry. So sorry I don't get to see this movie. But people are like, "Oh man, this would have been amazing." Disney really dropped the ball. What do you think, Chief?
And giggity bob bob. I don't want to see Ben Solo. I've never even thought about Ben Solo. There's been no time in my life where I've sat down and I was like, man, I wonder how that Ben Solo story is going. I'm sorry. I don't care.
You have to apologize to me.
So I don't know who's thinking about Ben Solo. Is anybody thinking about Ben Solo? Is anybody? I mean, let me ask this: Loki. Is anybody thinking about Ben Solo?
Honestly, if this story hadn't leaked, I don't think anybody would be talking about it. But here, and the weird thing is, I just watched, what was it, Black Bag? Steven Soderbergh, good movie. Definitely gonna pick it up.
Great movie, right?
That's another one that's getting in that Black Friday bag. I like Steven Soderbergh movies. If he'd said, I just don't think a Steven Soderbergh playing in Star Wars is probably going to be a good way to go. I do think if you say, is there an opportunity for a Ben Solo prequel movie before the events of the bad trilogy, you may have more of an opportunity to me, because maybe you can make sense of all this crap that doesn't make sense. I mean, I still don't think you can square that circle, but you can try.
Square that circle. No.
But because I'm still, I still don't actually remember how he died or why he died.
I think he gave up the ghost to Rey to help her fight Palpatine. who announced to the world, "Hey guys, I'm back."
Hey guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna revisit it to figure out and try and make sense, but
Coward.
I think they just made him. I mean, after the last, I mean, whatever Rise of Skywalker, they know there's no reason to revisit this. They need some distance from those movies because they don't make sense. So I think Bob Iger made the right call.
Shocking. So along those lines, where was this here? So there was supposed to be a spin-off with, hey, we're gonna do a Ray movie, and they have not figured out how to make the story work. So it's still in a state of limbo. And I don't know if I want to say surprised, but it's like, gosh, why do you need, and I think my issue is that they try to set it 15 years in a road, and 15 years after Rise of Skywalker. And why do we need a time jump? Like, if you're gonna do something with these characters, just make it 4 or 5 years later. I mean, we don't need 15 years, because I feel like creating that big chasm of time is ruining your chances to make a story worthwhile. Sure, jump 3 years like we would see in Star Wars films, but there could be, I mean, maybe somebody's got a vision for those characters. They can make it make sense. And just to go, let's go way down the road. Maybe this will give us time to fill in some gaps with more story later. Don't do that. Just tell a story. And this is what I think they should have done with those characters all along. Have them way off, way away from Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, Lando, the droids. Let them do their own thing. I think they really got handcuffed. Having to share time and share character development, really important character development time, going to the old school characters who I'd have much rather seen in an Heirs to the Empire, Shadow's Empire movie all on their own, where they could have had their time to shine, and we do another thing way down later.
You can all, I mean, and interesting, if you want to have a little nostalgia, you can always bring the droids. I mean, they're droids. You can bring R2 and C3PO. There's your connection, and give, make the, do a little fan service. But 15 years, which is probably going to be about the time when they would develop a new movie from the last Rise of Skywalker, it probably is going to be 15 years. And I don't feel like doing extra work to de-age these folks. So we got to come up with a 15-year storyline.
Just give him a beard. Ray was badly wounded, and he used force healing on her. Like I said, he gave up the ghost, and unfortunately, fatally drained him. The wounds are fatal.
Right, so if we're doing force healing, I do that on Culture all the time. Like it didn't kill him. Like, whatever. But I guess, I mean, we also had force aneurysms too, so also stupid. Yeah, I mean, okay. Here's Rey. Truthfully, Rey is not a popular character, but you can make her. Ahsoka was not a popular character either, until they figured out, hey, here's what we need to do right with this character. We can make this a beloved character. It's, I mean, for everyone, not just, she's the, female Jedi. We already had a female Jedi. It was Leia. But you guys didn't want to make it Leia because she's weak for something, doesn't want to actually be a Jedi. Like, what? Oh, yeah. Our old people just don't want to be Jedi. It's just going to be Luke. He has a school that's just magically killed, and Ben Solo is the strongest person ever. Like, lame as hell. But you put a Rey. Okay, what was wrong with Rey? Rey was everything. Okay, we can definitely correct that problem.
Everything is Rey.
I mean, Rey can do everything. Right?
I like this idea, Michael Solis. This is actually a cool idea. Yeah, you got your recon right here. Crisis on 2 Star Wars. Star Wars Flashpoint. It just blipped Star Wars. I'm down with that.
Hey, again,
have Palpatine create a Thanos point moment and wipe them all out.
The answer to that is the world between worlds.
Oh, there.
That's the actual answer. Is one place where Ahsoka went is a world where Luke Skywalker's punk trick. Take us back to a regular world where there's a whole Jedi Academy. You have Kip Duran being going against Yavin Vaughn, whatever. Give me something like that, but whatever.
Well, so with Ray's movie shelved for now, there's some renewed interest in Donald Glover and his Lando, no longer a TV series on Disney Plus, but maybe making that into a full-length movie. Chief, what do you think about a Lando movie?
Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, is there another?
I'm just trying to figure out I feel like I watched a movie with him already. What's that movie?
Solo?
So yeah. No,
that was the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, I feel like Lando was in there, and I watched Lando, and that was a Lando movie too, and I'm good.
Okay, this is one again. Star Wars has good ideas, and they have to talk to the right creators because they made a Lando comic book. Just talk to these guys. They actually have ideas and stories. Maybe look after them and see if they would like to do a movie. I mean, if you want to do a Lando versus Dr. Aphra, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, I feel like what they really could just do is focus on the stuff that they can still kind of incorporate, use the characters from the EU, and just have a day. I mean, do Dash, do Cal Kestis. Make those characters into their own movies and shows. We can kind of mention, Luke had me do this thing, Leia wanted me to do this, and do their adventures, because that way you can get the best of both worlds. You can have your own new Star Wars. You don't have to have the original trilogy characters in it if you don't want to digitally de-age them or digitally create them. You just have characters that already has a built-in fan base. You don't have to make people like them, and just go from there.
Yeah, because this is one of those ideas that is percolating around the internet. There's remember,
percolator.
We don't have Gunner anymore. Sorry, but one of the, I'll say it because I'm not. It may be a spoiler, but Amy Adams is a redhead. Amy Adams is a redhead. Could potentially be Mara Jade, and she's in a new Starfighter movie, and that. If you release that and you show her with a purple lightsaber, you're going to get a whole lot of people going to see that movie. And then if you say Timothy Zahn, basically the writer of The Heir to the Empire, if he's a consultant, yeah, you actually would get people to go to a movie they're not even sure if they would go to. I think that's a win that they could use. Would that make you excited to go see it, bro?
I feel like anything they could try now would make me more excited than the level I'm at this point, because it's just like I am not interested at all. We'll see. So let's see here. King of Letter says, right, Jace. Dr. Aphra and her droids had a great story with her and Darth Vader. The whole Darth Vader comic story. Yeah, and Darth Vader's the one you can get away with. James Earl Jones said, use my voice, keep it going. And you don't have to show Darth Vader getting older. You could totally ignore all the other characters. You can make Dr. Aphra a new character who's young, and you don't have to worry.
Just dude in a suit.
Yeah. They could do that, Rick Cage. Atlanta series like Deep Space Nine, because he is chief of Cloud City and has different visitors in each episode. Yeah, I feel like as a show, Lando has more viability. I don't know what they could do as a movie that would make me excited, but him as a TV show, yeah, that could work. Pulling that sort of thing would mean they have to pay creators, and Disney kind of wants to have the whole thing in themselves. Lame. That's what they do, though. All right, let's talk about the other big news before I get to what I'm very excited about. So there's not even word on the streets. This is what's going down. It's going down. David Zaslav stated in a latest press release that Warner Brothers has received unsolicited interest from multiple parties for the entire company, as well as for Warner Brothers separately, and are currently initiating a review of strategic alternatives. So basically, they're up for sale. How much do y'all want to pony up to get Warner Brothers? What do you think? $25? Should that work? That cover it? Comcast and Netflix may be among those bidding for it. Just like, boy, And I don't know if this means anything. Are you curious? Are you worried? What do you think?
I mean, when the Paramount Skydance idea was percolating, I was worried because I do not think that is a company that needs to have the WB. I don't think that needs to have any of the DC character license. I don't think the fact that they take forever to get, was it? They haven't even got a new Star Trek movie out. They have to look really hard to find financing for Mission Impossible. I don't think they need to have trying to do DC because it would take forever. They would probably kill the gun universe. I'm sorry, so I don't say the wrong things. They would probably kill that world off very quick and do something that they don't think is woke, which whatever. Netflix, I think, is a great idea if they're going to if they're going to merge. That would mean I could at least drop one streaming platform because it's all. There is no more reason to have HBO Max. It's all freaking Netflix. Kill the dang thing. I'd be a happier camper. And I think Netflix does have the budget to. Hey, we can make more new movies. We can put more money into stuff, and we can be a little more explorative to your DC ideas because we have money. So I think that's a good option. And some of the other ones, I'm not feeling. But yeah.
Ted Sarandos, the Netflix co-CEO, said, "Nothing is a must for us to meet our goals we have for this business. When it comes to these opportunities, we look at them and we look at all of them. Is it a big opportunity? Is there additional value and ownership? None of those mergers were a fundamental shift in the competitive landscape. We've also seen a wide range of outcomes from such mergers. So watching some of our competitors potentially get bigger does not change in and of itself, at least our view of the competitive landscape." So basically, he's saying we don't have much interest.
Now he's saying absolutely nothing. That's corporate speak for we're looking at it. Like that's literal just word salad saying, let's see what the price is. They're gonna give us an offer sheet. We'll see what we're talking. If we see what we're like, we'll think about it. Technically speaking, Netflix doesn't need to buy the whole kit and caboodle that is Warner Brothers. They don't need Discovery. They don't need CNN. They don't need HG Network. I mean, technically, some of those would be good things to fold into Netflix to get people to watch more Netflix content. I mean, since they're swallowing up everything and for some reason, they need you to spend hours and hours in Netflix. That might be a good strategy, but they're trying. Hey, if we see Warner Brothers gives us an offer sheet saying $23 a share versus what it's trading right now at $21, they may be, hey, this might be a strategic investment for us right now that we can make. A future administration would say this is an antitrust violation. Current day, they'll let us do it. I think. I think they may decide if you say the right number, we'll swallow you up. Yeah, no problem.
Chief, what worst case scenario? So somebody comes around and James Gunn, you're out of here. We want our own vision of the DC universe. How annoyed would that make you?
I mean, they had their own. They had their own thing of the DC universe. They had DC. They had their own app, and then they blew it. Then they started releasing their TV shows to regular TV. It almost makes me long for the days of the WB Frog. The WB. I don't know what's on WB. So what are we watching? What are we watching directly from WB nowadays?
The House of Dragon, any Game of Thrones spinoffs that they're coming up with.
Never watched.
Harry Potter.
Is that's the HBO thing, right?
Yeah.
That's under.
But what I'm saying, so if they sell WB, there's probably parts of it they're going to keep for themselves. Like I don't see them giving up that HBO subscription and then combining kind of combo back. So the whole goal is to make more money. So I'm going to sell you this, but we're going to keep HBO. We're going to keep everything that's making money for us, and then you can turn that into whatever you want. Nobody watches the WB. We don't even talk about the WB really. I don't, and I'm not talking about HBO products, but I'm just saying the WB itself. What is it, Gilmore Girls? What comes on? That's CW. I don't know. I don't even know what
There's
comes.
no WB. It hasn't been in a very long time.
Right, the WB, right? There's nothing on it, right?
It doesn't exist anymore.
It's been a little while for Chief. He's been away.
So there's no WB channel no more.
Yeah,
No.
So here's and this is what, so okay. So this is what I'm saying then. The WB is so minuscule in my life. I didn't even know there wasn't a channel for the WB anymore.
Okay, so all right, so Chief, if Jeff's saying if they were actually to sell what makes up WB, what we think of as WB is basically DC Universe. What would that do? If they sold and said, hey, they're scrapping it, going back, taking. Don't worry about seeing the Supergirl movie. We're just giving you our new vision of DC comic movies. Go.
I don't know what WB has anymore. The emo Batman.
You know you like that Batman. I know why you're faking. That's your favorite one.
He's a brooder.
Alfred.
You're not my daddy.
Where is my milk?
You promised it would be warm.
I don't know what. I don't. Be honest with you, bros. I don't even know what I would watch from that joint, man. I found myself. I got a subscription to HBO, so I got to think HBO ain't part of the package, or you wouldn't be selling it. I think it's probably some subdivision that they don't want anymore. It's probably not even going to include any amenities. So I don't you know what I mean? So I don't know. I got to see what's in the package. I really do have to see what's in the package because I don't know what they're going to willing to give up with WB. I don't even know what it entails anymore. And then as far as Batman, they don't do any Batman shows anymore, cartoons, because the Batman cartoons used to be awesome. The one joint where he had it was like in the 1950s or 60s or whatever. He used to jump out his Batmobile. It was cool looking. I can't remember that. Yeah.
It's the Batman. I feel like they always, was it Cape Crusader? I know what you're talking about, and I'm just like,
that was the WB then, right?
I think it was the one on Amazon, wasn't it?
Cape Crusader.
Yeah, there was one on I think there was one on regular TV used to come on. Like,
no, they had one that was the Batman, but that wasn't set in the old time era.
This is all stupid. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to. I don't want the WB. After you've taken all the resources from the land and you're selling me a husk. You know what I mean? You can't just open the oyster, suck the oyster out, and then give me the shell, and then want me to pay $20 a shell. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the WB has left. And if it's emo Batman, I don't want it. Now, you know what I mean? Because they're probably in the process of moving all the stuff over to HBO right now, and they're gonna sell whoever wants it the husk and the name. You get brand recognition. You know, it's what's that? What's the Pepsi version of Sprite? Starry Night or something. Sierra Mist or something that nobody buys. You never hear nobody say, "Man, I'm gonna grab me a Sierra Mist." You know what I mean? What you about to drink, man? Sierra Mist. About to go get me one right now. I've never heard it.
I thought it was 7-Up though, Chief.
No, it's not 7-Up. It's Sierra Mist. It's supposed to be their version of Sprite, but it's not. And you know, I mean, have you ever heard of somebody ask you? I've heard people say, "Man, I'm going to grab a Sprite." Have you ever heard someone say, "I'm going to grab a Sierra Mist"?
No.
Exactly. So there's another joint. There's it's not even Yellow Mellow. It's their version of Mountain Dew.
Yellow. Yellow.
It's something, and that's what I'm saying. After you take the original and you break it down, and it's something fake. It's a dupe. There's nothing left to sell but the dupe. You know what I mean? You're gonna have Batman running around. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be actual dudes. It's gonna have black long johns on, and one of those Batman masks that you usually wear for Halloween. The little jump, the little string behind your head, and who's gonna wear? You know what I mean? People like, yeah, I bought the WB. We got the long john Batman. It's nobody's gonna go for it. I don't know why they even like. They just might as well just really end it and then switch all the things over to the things that are making money. And like I said, if the WB, obviously you've taken all the good stuff from it. You've taken the oyster from the shell and you've moved it, and then now you have this husk here that you're trying to get rid of with nothing on it, just the name. And I think that's what they're trying to do. And they're trying to hit you with the old smoke on the old tailpipe in the banana. I'm not gonna fall for the tailpipe in the banana. I mean the banana in the tailpipe. You know, I think that's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to banana in the tailpipe you. Because there's nothing less on the WB. Everything's been moved to the other joints. Like the new Superman, the Superman cartoon. I forget. It's a new one that came out like a year ago.
We're talking about My Adventures with Superman.
It was something, but I watched it. It was decent. And that's on. I watched it on HBO though.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. So it wasn't like, you know what I mean. So if you moving everything over, and then you're just giving us what's left. What is left? I watched The Penguin. I watched that on HBO. You know, everything. Shasta. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what this Starry. That's what it is. When somebody said to you, "Man, grab me a Starry out the fridge," I wouldn't even say that. Even if there was a Starry in the fridge, I wouldn't even say that. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna walk over and get it myself.
Right.
I can't ask somebody to give me a Starry.
Hey man, pass me a Starry, bro. You know, that's not right.
No cool way to say that.
Right. It's like getting out of a Corvette. There's no cool way to get out of a Corvette. You ever sat in a Corvette and try to get out? There's no cool way. You just
roll out.
Parker's in the back, man. You know what I mean? You folding, you hand on the ground trying to get out. So it is what it is, bro. I think this is what. Oh, you all right? Look at his eyes. Look at Jace. You all right?
No, Jace. All Americans has one more season.
Is All American is gone?
No, they have one more season.
Who's watching All American?
I am, because it's a great comedic football show with college students in a high school setting.
Let me tell you something. They put 2 bad honeys on the joint, and that was it. So if you're not watching for the 2 bad honeys, there's no reason to watch that.
I can confirm that you could keep watching the show.
It's comedic joy is what Jeff says.
It's very funny.
It's not supposed to be comedic.
Just because it's not supposed to be doesn't mean I don't care what you want it to be. It's what it is.
That's what actually makes it better, Chief. They don't even know it's a comedy.
Just like a horror movie that it's supposed to be scary, but it's hilarious. Embrace hilarity.
They didn't come back for the powder. They came back for the beef. You know what I mean? So it's not supposed to be funny, man. He's out there. He's trying his hardest. He wants to become a professional football player at 5'6".
I need y'all to finish watching the show because, man,
I need to watch the show.
I mean, I can't even spoil the best parts of the show right now. I just need you to watch it. But it is the best comedic drama about football I've ever seen, and it is ludicrous how little they understand about football. Name? Coop.
I remember Coop wanted to be a rapper. That's around the time I thought they went to some kind of. They were having some kind of fundraiser or something. Coop was on the mic rapping, and I was like, I reached the last episode. I was like, I'm fine.
Can you remind me in 2 weeks? I will finish Game of Thrones. Can you remind me to start watching that show?
Please watch it, because it's.
Yeah, just tell me 2 weeks. I'll be done with Game of Thrones. I was
like, yeah, this is where I step off, and I've never watched another episode after Coop rapping. You know what I mean? I was like,
all right, was Coop bad? It's just like,
and you know what, man? I just was. Rapper. I don't know, man. It was one of those things.
I think Coop actually is a rapper. Coop's real name is Breezy, which I assume not on the birth certificate. So I'm pretty sure Coop is a rapper. Now, nowadays, you don't have to be good to be a rapper. So
That's true. That's true, man. But yeah, and the main character is 5'6".
And he's British.
Is he?
He is.
Those British dudes coming over taking your jobs, man.
He's not taking my job because
I
I could try to pretend to be a high school student, and he can't either.
What's the other British dude? Adiris, the dude from Snowfall.
He said, "I dare." Oh, Damon.
Yeah, Damon Idris or something, something. And then now my man here, 5'6", trying to be a wide receiver 1. You gonna be a wide receiver 1?
Huh? They have no concept of actual football. It's hilarious. There's so many, like, they just needed anybody who's watched football for more than 5 minutes. They're like, no, that wouldn't happen. No, that wouldn't either. This absolutely would never happen in football.
Are you saying there's not even a football consultant on this show?
They could not. If they did, that person needs to give back every penny and every amount of time. Whatever they can monetize that time of consulting into, they need to get back. Because gosh,
I see you now. The casting room. Well, who do you like? Well, the dude, this guy gave a pretty good performance. So we got the guy here. He's 6'4", 220. Looks like a professional athlete. Looks like he could be a wide receiver. And who's the other guy? This British guy. He calls football soccer, actually, though. So we had to show him about American football. But he's 5'6", and he's ready to go now. Yeah, tell the 6'4" guy he can walk. Let's bring the little guy in here. You know what I mean?
In full fairness, it's supposed to be a high school football show. So him being 5'6" is not necessarily
in college. He's trying to go pro. The whole point of him was trying to hold up. So he's not going pro no more? He's not in college?
You need to just keep watching the show, man. I can't. I won't spoil it for you.
You will spoil it.
I refuse. The show is too entertaining for you to have me spoil it for you.
So you didn't make it to college.
Just watch. It's on its 10th season, I believe now. It feels like it's too many.
That's what I'm saying. How many seasons can you be in high school?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but
I mean, if you look at the cast of Stranger Things, the idea, huh?
No, they're going to season 8.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Stranger Things.
I'm
gonna be honest. I didn't even watch the last season.
I haven't finished last season because I didn't have a whole movie length to wait.
Well, I just man.
This season 8, I misspoke.
I struggled through the season before, and then I thought it was going to be the last season, and when it ended, I was like, okay, you know what I mean? How something ends and you're ready for it to end, and then you're like, all right, cool, and then like a year or so later, they're like, it's back for its 6th, but maybe not final season, and you're like, what? I thought we were over, and I don't know. I don't know if I can go back into the darkness again.
Okay. So since both of you guys have not watched last season, I think I know what season. I think I do not know the actual number, but there was some season you're like, wait, what are we doing here? It doesn't seem like you're picking up right where I think it was season 3.
I've watched most of the last season. I just didn't watch the season finale. I've watched the rest of it. It's just
is I think, if I'm not mistaken, November's when they're coming back.
Cool. I'll watch it before then.
Yeah, and they've kind of let us all know each episode is about 90 minutes.
Yeah,
that's
why I didn't finish it, because I was like, these
episodes next season.
No, but the season finale was that long too.
Hold on, what you talking about? Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Okay.
The season finale was really good. That's what again, it's one of those, it annoys us because like, hey, why are you taking so long to get to this daggone show? I mean, it makes no sense. These kids, they were little kids when we started this show. As I sent Jeff a video, the young kid, the black kid, he's got a full on beard. He's him and his sister Erica just like, hey man, how y'all doing, man? We had our first drink last week. Like, what the freak, y'all supposed to be in high school, and I'm supposed to believe the idea that you're in high school. At best, maybe sophomore, junior. There's no way. This is almost insulting as Beverly Hills 90210, except you know how old they really are. It's no sense how long it's taken to make this show. It should be.
One girl got married.
Man, I'm surprised somebody ain't married with like 5 kids at this point. It's ridiculous how long it's taken to make this show. That's one thing about these Netflix shows. Is hey, if you're gonna do 8 episodes, I expect the next season to be ready next year, not 3 years later. How long it's taken Wendy to come with their season 2? Like, ridiculous.
11 is now 26.
Exactly.
That was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's actually a mom now.
Oh boy. So let's see. Just for frame of reference, Stranger Things started in 2016. Good grief. That's too long.
Entirely too long.
It's too long because when you shoot a movie, a TV show with kid actors, they're gonna hit a growth spurt, and you have to shoot it fast because if you don't, they're gonna look super old. And I read something, it's just a regular comment, but they're like, I bet I know how it ends. 11's going to hold her hand out. She's gonna have a nosebleed and overpower something. I was like, man, sounds about right. So that's that. Let's go on to this last thing because I wanted to make sure I talked about this. I'm hyped about this one. So Deadline is reporting with the exclusive that Roger Kirkman, Skybound Entertainment, is teamed with Hasbro Entertainment to produce Energon Universe. And I told you all how much I enjoy the Energon books. Void Rivals, Transformers, and G.I. Joe, they're actually making an adult animated series _adult because it's going to be like Invincible. And so it's going to have G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Void Rivals. Now, the guy who wrote Lucifer, Joe Henderson, Chief, he's going to be writing the adaptation, being the showrunner, and I cannot wait. This is going to be the best show when it comes out, if it gets shopped. If somebody buys it, I can't believe no one will buy it. Seems like it's got Amazon written all over it. So I will make sure I have my Amazon Prime rolling because this show is going to be amazing. And all Joe has to do, Joe, all you got to do is just literally take the comic books, make them into a show, call it a night. Easiest payday you'll ever have. These books, Daniel Warren Johnson, Robert Kirkman, Joshua Williamson did all the hard work. All you have to do, just tie the story together. It's so easy. And man, if Joe does it right, this is gonna be one of my favorite _lock it up timestamp. It's gonna be one of my favorite shows ever. This stuff has been excellent. And if they just do it right, and they can way better than they can do it in a live action deal, this cartoon is going to be awesome. And I cannot wait for this. So, yes.
I think live action anime, adult anime is if you can make it cost effective, is the best way to go. Live action, budgets balloon way too fast. And then if it doesn't get the critical reaction they want in 2 seconds, they'll cancel it. But as we saw from Invincible, they can do it. Amazon, if they're already in the Robert Kirkman wheelhouse, I think that's a great thing to have happen. Those books have been really fun to read. And there's certain properties that's just easier to translate into animation than they are live action, as we saw from the overly ridiculous stylized versions of Transformers where you really didn't even know Decepticons from a hole in the wall. I think this is the way to go. I'm actually really excited about that.
Michael Solis, yeah, but Jeffrey, you don't understand how hard it is to pick up a pen and sign a check into a writer of a comic book. That's blasphemy. They've already done stuff with Robert Kirkman. I would be right there with you, but they've got a partnership already with Robert Kirkman. I mean, Amazon. So you got a cartoon series with Amazon and Robert Kirkman already. Just take another thing and just do the exact same deal. And there's all kinds of violence. Characters get killed. Characters you are like, there's no way they're killing him. Yep, that character's dead too. And in Transformers, there's some craziness with characters that get killed. G.I. Joe has crazy stuff happening too. And if they just do what has been done, what's already been written, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be an epic series, better than G.I. Joe Resolute. So yeah, this is exciting news. Chief, you have any excitement about this? No. Cool. Jace, you're excited.
Oh, sign me up.
Very good. All right, well, it is that time now. It's 9:48. Who are your nominees for Dummies of the Week? There's so many options. But I spun the wheel. I made the deal. Jace, what you got?
All right.
Probably next year.
I'm going to insult everybody who keeps buying Madden video games. My dummy of the week is all of this. Keep buying Madden video games that is just once again incentivize the NFL to renew their exclusive deal for Madden football games with EA. As most of you guys remember back, I think around 05, NBA, 2K football was far and superior. Far and superior better than Madden. And Madden was really good at that point. I played Madden 2005 for maybe 6 years because there was no reason to get a better one because they didn't make it better. It was all downhill for me. But 2K was a banging game. And then they signed that exclusive deal. Madden has been a rehash of garbage each year. Oh, we'll take out this feature that we act like is a new feature, and we'll shelve it for a couple of years. And then, hey, you can directionally pass your game. You mean the same one I was able to do in 05 using the drugs? Now you have to do 3 moves to do the exact same thing. Great, isn't it? Oh, if you do an RPO, now you have to press R1, triangle, and then directional shift, and then hope your person's there. It's a great investment. Like, you mean the same thing we did with a stick 3 years ago? Like, the fact that we keep buying Madden video games incentivizes this mess. So for everyone who keeps doing it, you are my dummy of the week.
I would have felt bad, but I did not buy this year's Madden.
Exactly. Like, you know what? It's the same damn game. Like, the only reason I actually buy them is when the Broncos actually are competent. Like, all right, this is a team I'll play with for 5 years because we'll probably suck for the rest of the time.
Well, that's how I feel about phones. That's why I still got my iPhone 14.
I'm the 13. Call me when you actually invent something new.
Well, they've got an ice cream cone now. It's pretty exciting.
I love that Google commercial.
Amazing.
We have the all new vanilla. Like, oh, this time we put a camera on this side. Is our buddy who's long gone away from iPhone. He always anything to troll us about the iPhones. It's like, yeah, it's the exact same thing. Yeah, this year it's a camera. Like, did anybody used to be? What happened to the geniuses that actually created the iPhone? I know Steve Jobs isn't there, but come on, this is ridiculous.
You make more money, you get less. You don't get a cord no more. You don't get a charger no more. They could easily throw in a fast charger with a lightning cord or USB cord, throw in a fast charger with it. They just don't do anything no more. You don't get offered anything anymore, man. It is a wild state, man. You pay more, you get less. Just all the way around, man. All the way around in life now. It's just they want more out your money you get for less of what you get in return, man. You remember when cars were normal? Like you can't even really the average payment, I think, for a car note now, it's like $680 a month, bro. That's the average car note payment.
It's just like, what are you buying?
I'm sorry. We are once again paying you way too much on this podcast. $700. What the?
No, that's not my payment. That's an average payment.
I saw your car.
Right. How much are the car payments? Car payments? What's that?
I don't make car payments.
You do not. You just dump the bag here. Just
Listen,
keep the change.
But regular, the common folk, it's 680. The car payments are $680.
Well, it's the dusty roads on this podcast,
Right,
baby.
right.
Let me tell you, I ain't paying $600 for my car note.
Right. So since and what are you getting for this? You're just getting a regular car nowadays. A friend of mine, he was talking about he bought a Tahoe I guess about 10, 12 years ago. And he said he paid like 40-some thousand for basically almost a fully loaded Tahoe. Oh man.
And you need the angry head scope after you pay $700 for that ticket.
And
you'll have
I think the base price of a Tahoe is like $77. It's just crazy, man. Like, but what are you getting? You're getting the same car that you got 10, 12 years ago for, you know what I mean? They didn't reinvent the wheel with cars. The radio unit, you got navigation now, maybe, but well, I mean, you're not doing anything, man. Nothing's worth nothing anymore.
Nothing.
It's just crazy out here, man. It's crazy.
All right, Chief. What's yours?
You know, man, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Stephen A. Smith nowadays. Every time I see this dude, he is wild. Up in the joint with LeBron, him and LeBron going at it. Then now he got beef with Michelle Obama. And I'm like, is that the beef you want? Michelle Obama? I don't understand him, man. He got Max fired from the show. And Max was a Giants fan. I like Max.
Did you see what Max's contract? I'm sorry, you said Max.
Yeah,
Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking. I meant I was mentioning Molly. So she wanted $500,000. They offered her $500,000 as her yearly salary. For us, that's crazy money. I take it in 2 seconds. But when Stephen A's making 40, I got to be here every day. This dude's making 40. I'm here for 500. Yeah, I'm kind of
making 40 million.
Yeah.
Well, nobody's watching that for her. It's more. I mean, he's a personality, Jeff, and it's like, come on, man.
Jeff, that's not accurate.
I mean, not everyone is watching for her. I mean, she's like, oh, cool, but people are watching the show to hear his outrageous takes.
Yeah, man. I think he's getting a little too. You know what happened, man? He got a podcast, and I think whenever you get a podcast, man,
yeah,
I think you start to wild out. Everybody I know with a podcast is wild as hell. You know what I mean? Wild as hell. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not using
everybody
signals, running stop signs, running red lights.
Oh, absolutely.
Wild as hell. You know what I mean? Shaking up the soda, throwing Mentos into sodas. You know what I mean? You want to throw those Mentos in that Coke? Yeah, I run a podcast. I'm like, damn. So it's just the things that y'all do now. You know what I mean? You guys are out here wild as hell. And I'm just watching, man. I'm just watching. I hope your hairlines stay where they are. Hope you don't start to get that recede, that Stephen A.
I think it's back here.
Yeah, it's a little far back, man. But I think he's lost his mind, man. I'll just be glad, man. 40 million. How long is he on the record? I'm kind of sick of Stephen A. I don't even watch his stuff though, which is funny. Cause 40 million and I stay away from him. You a Stephen A guy?
I mean, I'm finding less of the yelling at everybody entertaining.
Yeah. And he doesn't watch our podcast. So I don't watch his.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of logic to that.
So it is what it is. What it is. Willie D,
Yeah.
wild as hell.
Well, I won't confirm or deny my wildness.
I've seen it.
Let's do this. So I saw this a little bit, and got to share this with you. Stephen A. Smith is on his Disney Kid run.
Yeah, he's on something, man. You know what I mean? He's on something.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
let me tell you, last night my parlay hit. Ah! Yeah.
Haha.
Congratulations.
All right.
Thank you.
I have to show you this tweet because I can't do it justice. All right. Ted Dude 2 posted, was looking for this image a couple days ago and found out it's not even real. It's an edit, a deviant art user made in 2011. The woman in the photo is the Tron Legacy makeup department head. Then it was just used in Ares. In Ares, they used this photo to show a picture of Sam and Korra. They did this in the movie.
I do remember that movie. Yeah.
They are my dummies of the week. They digitally altered the makeup artist, just so they could have a photo in Tron Ares of the Tron Legacy characters. The movie is ridiculous on so many levels, but that was like crown it is stupid. Like they don't have photos, and they didn't even need to show the characters in the movie, like at all. I mean, to use a Photoshop made up photo for no reason makes zero sense. Like in the context of the movie and everything else, totally dumb. Anyway, Blake, made an AI. Stop it, just stop it. I don't need to see Mr. Rogers hanging with Abraham Lincoln. Man,
I'd watch that.
so same. I'm with you, Blake. I'm not just a super savage. I'm a super saiyan savage. Out of my head.
Oh gosh.
I assume that's what you said. I fill in the blanks pretty solid. I was with you. Or do I? Blake, are you an AI? Well, that's it for this one, fellas. It was a lot of stuff. I'm very excited about Transformers and G.I. Joe and Avoid Rivals being our own show. And Tron Ares to never hear about it again. Yeah, we'll see what goes on with the WB. Let's start packing together our money so we can make a purchase. Michael Solis, low key, it's fire. That's hilarious. And then everybody tomorrow, we'll have no idea what we're talking about. So tomorrow, back at it again with another edition of Lost Figure Files. But Chief, Jace, thank you all for rolling me as always. Michael Solis, Blake Tarpley, Jamelin Parks, Rick Cage, Esquire, David Thados, King Collector, Snake Eyes, Mark A. Hey. Let's see.
Michael Solis.
Yes. And
Thanos.
yes.
Mike
yes.
Maurice Phillips.
Maurice, yes. Ryan Daly.
Daly.
I think that's everybody. And I said King Collector. Yes. All right. Good deal. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Later.
Snake Eyes too.
B-Day watch along. Hey man. I would annoy you all so much. It wouldn't even be a fun and entertaining watch along. I just be quoting the movie the entire time. And yeah. Days. But we're almost there. So thank you all for tuning in. See you all tomorrow. For now, this episode of Lost Movie Files has been filed.